Hey guys, Ellie Shostak here. Hope you are doing well. And today what we're going to talk about is how to get rid of a fear when it comes to something in your relationships. Okay? So we begin with the following story. You must know the story before you get rid of your fears. There was a Zen teacher who walked into a room full of students, and he walked over to one of his students and he put a cup of tea right down in front of the student. And he says, if you drink the tea, I'm going to hit you with this stick. And if you don't drink the tea, I'm going to hit you with this stick. So if you were the student, what would you do? Go ahead. So I've asked this question to probably hundreds of people, and from all different walks of life, and most of them say, well, if I'm going to get hit, I might as well drink the tea. Or they say, I would take the stick and run away. I would hit him with the stick. What we tend to forget, what most people forget about the story that I mentioned, is that I said there was a group full of students. And actually, I remember there was one student of mine who I was teaching this to a bunch of fourth graders once. And she said, why don't we all just get together and take away a stick? So that is called out-of-the-box thinking. And it really is a great way for us to get rid of fears when we have a fear, especially when it comes to a relationship. So what I've developed a long time ago, and I realized, I've got to share it with my peeps, is there are 4 steps to removing a fear. Okay? So, step number 1, okay? What is my problem? Make sure you get this down, okay? Step 1 is, what is my problem? All right? So when you're in a relationship, you will usually come up with things that bother you or annoy you about the other person. So let's say you have a problem, and your problem is, what if she is thinking of a good one here. What if she is too bold? What do I mean by that? What if she is too blunt in how she speaks? What if she's too forthright? What if she's too open? I don't like the fact, my problem with her is that she's too open. She shares everything with everyone. Anything I tell her, she will tell to other people. And I don't like that. I like secrets. Okay. So what is the problem? Problem is too open. Okay? Number 2. Sorry, I was out of camera for a bit. Number 2. What is my real fear? I was able to get rid of all of the wonderful hair growing on the back so that you could see that. What is my real fear? And I want you all to know the following, okay? This is so important. Usually our problems are all fear. Usually they're all fear-based. So when you have a problem, you want to find, what is my underlying fear with this problem? And we all know that an underlying fear is usually something that's going to happen in the future. It's not happening right now. So, I said, she's too open. So what am I afraid of? I am afraid that if I tell her something private about me, she will go ahead and tell somebody else. When that person finds out that's something private about me, I will either A, get in trouble, or B, be embarrassed by the secret that I shared with her. So that's really what the fear is. Okay, the problem is not that she's too open. The problem is that what will the consequences be that I am afraid will happen? Now, what usually stops us at this point is we go ahead and we stagnate, we freeze, we don't move. And then you have people that are deemed too picky, or they're stuck, or they're a baby, they're not an adult, they haven't really grown, or you can never be with this type of person because he is always hurting other. That's not the case. Fear is what's stopping them. Okay? They're just like you and me. And fear has stopped me plenty of times. It still gets me till today. But you need to be able to go into your mind and realize there is pressure that is building around this fear. So the fear is, I am going to get hurt in some way. Either I will get in trouble for something that I told her, or I am going to go ahead and get punished or embarrassed. That's the real fear. And then what happens is we get stuck there, and the mind begins to fester with the fears, and the fears overtake you, and that's why some people will have panic attacks and anxiety, because it grows. It's got nowhere to go. It's almost like this balloon that even if you just let out a little bit of air, some of the tension starts, it's trying to find a way to pop the air out, okay? And what we need to do with our minds is we need to release that air. We need to release that tension. So we're worried about something in the future, which is probably preventing us from being in a really, really good relationship and enjoying ourselves. But we have the fear, and the fear is I'm going to get hurt. The fear is So I come back to that original story of the Zen master, of take away the stick. And how do you take away the stick in this situation? You tell yourself the following. If I open up to this person and I share this secret, and she shares it with someone else, and I get hurt, I will be fine. And if she doesn't share it with somebody else, I'll also be fine. That's out of the box thinking. You're taking your fear all the way to the end. Even if she tells it with other people, you're not going to be dead. You're here. You're not going to die. And even if you do die, that's going to happen one day as well. But we don't ever want to say those things because, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think. Embrace it. Embrace your fear. And the way that you embrace your fear is by using take away the stick. Take away the guy's stick. That's a whole room full of students. Take away the stick. Good. So she tells other people. Can you imagine the power that you will walk around with, knowing that you're not afraid of being yourself? Because, okay, so she goes ahead and tells other people my secret. By you actually embracing that about yourself, most likely she won't tell somebody else. It's our fears that cause this crap to happen. Okay? So step 3 is T-A-T-S. Take away the stick. So step number 1, what is the problem? She's too open. Step number 2, what's my real fear? I'm going to get hurt. Step 3, take away the stick. Okay, so I'm going to get hurt. I'll be all right. And if I don't get hurt, then I don't get hurt. Either way, I'm going to be fine. Then you've let the air out of the balloon. your breathing. Step 4, enjoy the moment. Okay? Our wonderful handwriting of a 3rd grader. So I just want to do a real quick review because you can use this for any fear that you have, but especially when it comes to your relationships. And it'll make you much more confident and much more powerful, and you'll come from a place of love. You feel the fear? What's my problem? What's the underlying fear? Take away the stick. If I do, that's great. If I don't, that's great. 4, enjoy the moment. Have an awesome day, and if you want to learn more about relationship skills and you would like to find out how to join my Find the Right One coaching program for singles looking to get into and maintain healthy, fun, easygoing, loving relationships, then go to ellieshostak.com or findtherightone with the number 1.com. Have an awesome day.